This is the next episode of my XR Weekly News. We are in week 13, 2026, and I have a visitor here. This is Hermann. This is Hermann. He's such a nice dog. It's not my dog, but he's staying with me many days, and he's so cute, right? Hermann, we are now for the weekly news here. He doesn't care. He just wants to eat. He wants to eat food, right? Snacks. So guys, yeah, everything about XR hardware games releases and sales. And yeah, thank you, by the way, for all the comments. You know, these times are not so cool right now for VR. It's not so great. And I absolutely love if you bring some cool comments or so, or even suggestions what I should show on the channel. That's also nice, because like I'm not a VR god. I mean I cannot see everything. Like perhaps you've seen a cool news or a cool game or a cool app that I can show, and you just write it in the comments. It's always nice. That would be cool. So let's have some fun with the weekly news and let's go.
VoodooDE.
So really cool news for PlayStation users. So the Flight Simulator 2024 is already available for PlayStation 5, but now it will get, or sometime this year, it will get support for the PlayStation VR2. And that's amazing, because this is one of the greatest simulators of all time, in my opinion at least. So if you are into flight simulators, this is like a must-have, definitely. And of course, with the development for the PlayStation, and especially PlayStation VR2, they have to keep things in mind. For example, of course, the PlayStation 5 is not as strong as a high-end gaming PC, so they have to still make sure that you can read all the cockpit things, buttons and displays and so on. So they focus on foveated rendering. The PlayStation VR2 has eye tracking, so they could use the foveated rendering, and that's really interesting. So there's no exact release date, but it will be this year. They say this year. So for now, you can already play the Flight Simulator 2024 on the PlayStation VR2, but you need a PC right now. Later, there will be this update for PlayStation 5. This is really cool. Apple is going to reveal the next version of the VisionOS for the Apple Vision Pro, likely on the Worldwide Developer Conference on June 8 this year. And although we have no idea what's included, I want to just to say that like Apple is really taking care about their products. This is what I really appreciate. I really love it. You always hear some news about that, like foveated streaming and all the new apps, like cinema experiences and all the things. Like, for example, with the VisionOS 26.4, we get the foveated streaming to the Apple Vision Pro, which also is included in the Steam frame. And so, like, when I'm 100% a Google user. I don't normally use Apple products, but in this case, I really have to say, like, when we check out Android XR, like, the last update I got is, I don't even remember. There's no updates, and that's something I don't understand. Like, Google is not doing marketing in any kind of form. So Apple is doing that much better. I don't understand that really, but I really hope there will be some news for the Galaxy XR and the Android XR very soon. For example, with the smart glasses or so. But I'm really looking forward to the VisionOS 27 update. And of course, I will do a video about this with my M2 Vision Pro. Really cool. Okay, and this is what we just talked about a little bit. So the Apple Vision Pro gets foveated streaming, the same like the Steam frame for PCVR games. And I mean, streaming to PCVR was already available for ALVR. I showed that on my channel already. But ALVR does not have foveated streaming. But ClearXR, this is a new tool which is also available via Apple Test Flight. This is the beta platform of Apple, and you can install it and use it on a Windows PC. And there you have a foveated streaming. And this is how foveated streaming works. So it prioritizes image resolution and compression quality. You see it here. So in the outer area where you don't look at the moment, like there's a lot of pixels, low resolution and things. And here where we just look, the resolution is much higher. And that's very, very interesting. And this is also already interesting, because when Apple started with the release of the Vision Pro, I thought, okay, this is very expensive. You cannot play with it. This is only like for working and watching movies. But right now, Apple focuses also on gaming a little bit, or at least like the tools and PCVR streaming and so on. And this is really nice. I mean, we already have the ability to use the PlayStation VR2 controllers. But even if you don't have that, like with these tools, you can play simulations like the flight simulator, like iRacing or things. And you don't even need controllers, because you have your HOTA system or racing wheel or something like that. And this is really nice, because with this, the Apple Vision Pro has a brilliant hardware, brilliant processor, display, and so on, and resolution as well. So this is really nice it's getting more and more interesting for simulation gamers that want the best of the best. Of course, yes, it's ultra expensive. It's too expensive. But if you have the money, you get something really, really nice. So we have the VR Games Showcase. If you want to see all the trailers, we will not go through that. It will last forever. I will put the link to the video in the description. Let's go through it really fast. So we already know that Little Nightmares VR was announced, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's a huge brand. Then Payday comes to VR, and this is amazing. This is also a huge brand. Will come in 2026 for Quest, PCVR, Steam Frame. Then Compass, world piloting adventure, open world even. Comes in spring 2026 for Quest, PCVR, and PlayStation VR2. ExoShock is a first-person shooter, can be cross-played over Quest, PCVR, Steam Frame, and PCVR, and it's available now. You can play it now. And then Forefront comes in the final version later on April 23rd, and later it will also come to PlayStation VR2. Dimensional Double Shift gets a DLC called Sporlando, and on April 23 for Galaxy XR and Quest. Then Among Us gets a definitive edition 3D for PC, VR, Quest, PlayStation VR2, and Pico on April 7. One More Delve. This is a co-op dungeon crawler, physics-based. Really interesting. That could be absolutely amazing. I love this kind of games for PC, VR, and Quest on April 27. We have VMX, of course, BMX in VR for PC VR. It's already out. Then we have Space Control, a science fiction adventure. Chaotic, they say. Really nice on Quest. April 1. The Amusement, I already tried that. Is a really nice game that focuses on room scale puzzles. So you have to walk in your room scale area to solve these puzzles. Quest and PC VR, April 16. The Lightkeepers is a co-op survival game, comes to Quest in Q3. Spymaster is of course, a spy thriller game. So we have that for this year on Quest and PC VR. Sounds interesting. Panoptic. This is a really a successor of a very old, like asymmetrical game. I made a video on my channel. It's so old that I think I even didn't have my English channel right then. I don't know. But it's a really nice co-op game for PC, VR, and Quest. The Boys, I already showed that. I was not so happy about this game. It's very sterile and also bad graphics, but still for fans it could be nice. It's already out on Quest. Primal Rumble, turn-based mixed reality deck combat game. Really nice for Quest. Coming soon, no release date. V-Racer Hoverbike. Yeah, of course. We have a new update for that, for PCVR, PlayStation VR2 and Quest. RoboQuest VR was already announced by Flat2VR and will be out on Quest. Yeah, exactly. On Quest on May 21st with a new co-op game mode. Trombone Champ gets a new update. Flat Out comes to VR. Oh yes, this is going to be really, really interesting for PCVR on April 23. Also a huge brand, could be interesting. The same Wrath VR Aeon of Ruin comes to VR by Flat2VR. It's amazing. April 9 for Quest, PCVR and PlayStation VR2. Then Bootstrap Island gets out of early access in Q2. A really nice pirate adventure for PCVR. Beat the Beat, yeah, of course, a rhythm game for PCVR and Quest on April 2nd. Puzzling Places finally gets a PCVR version on April 9. Legendary Tales gets Dawn of History DLC. Now it's available on PCVR and PlayStation VR2. Also a nice game. Then there were some smaller games for Quest and so on for the pre-show. Bloxer is a match 4 boxing game. Sounds interesting. It's available now. How to God. It's a nice God adventure that got an update for Quest. Shop and Stuff the same will get an update and drops on PlayStation VR2 now. Peak Rhythm, I showed that on my channel. It's already out and brings a multiplayer game. This is a climbing rhythm game. Crazy, right? Along Survive, VR shooter will come to PC VR and PlayStation VR2 in April with cross-platform. Viral Hunter will also is PC VR and will get PlayStation VR2 and Quest now. Full Steam Undead, really interesting. I didn't play it yet, I didn't see it yet, but it sounds cool, like a zombie blasting steam train driving adventure. Holy moly, I want to play that. Isle of Foods, a cooking exploration simulation. I love these kind of games. Comes in April on Quest and PC VR. Squingle Arcade, yeah, an arcade mini game, yeah, and free to play, comes to PC VR, Quest, Vision Pro and Pico. Then we have Confined Living OKB 134 coming to PC VR, inspired by the Bunker series. Wow, in 2026. There's also a demo. From Cybersnake X comes Plasma Born. This is already out now. It's a dual wheel shooter. Perhaps I will show it. I'm in contact with the developers. Interlocked Puzzle Island, of course, yeah, this is a puzzle game. Yeah, it's already out, and PC VR comes later. Crab Master, Crab, I don't know. A colorful arcade brawler. Okay, comes to Quest 3 on May 7. And Soul Protocol, a roguelike science fiction game which you can play in co-op with 3 people, comes to Quest 3. And later to PC VR. So guys, this is a lot. And to be honest, this is pretty cool. There are, especially the Flat2VR games, really, really nice. Panoptic and Spymaster and all the cool things. Amusement. There are some games that are a blast, like Payday or here, Little Nightmares. Oh my God. So guys, as I said, I will put the video in the description. You can take a while and listen and check it out. And then please tell me what's your favorite of these games. Meta striked against VR Piracy. So there was a piracy group called VR Pirates. To be honest, I'm not in this topic. I'm not pirating anything, and I also buy my stuff, of course. Like, it seems that was a group that pushed like illegal APKs that you could sideload, like pirated games or so. No idea. I've never seen that page, and I will also never see it because it was taken down by Meta with the DMCA. So it looks like they deleted all the things and so on. And there was also like a sideloader called Rookie or so, and this also gone. So a strike against piracy on VR. And here's the weekly survey. So last week I asked you, where do you see the biggest potential for AI in future VR games? So I expected this result. So I also choose the first one, NPCs, where you can talk with. So this is a really nice. So right now when you are in the games, you just get pre-scripted answers of the NPCs. And whatever you say, there is also like 4 different or 2 different choices and you get pre-scripted answers. But when you can really talk to the NPCs and they respond to your conversation, this would be really interesting. So, and that's why most people choose that. Not many people choose diverse quests or generated quests. I don't know why. Why not? I mean, this is also cool. And also some people choose realistic physics and enemy reactions. But this is the question, how to implement that. It is all, and so the AI needs extreme reactions for that. But perhaps in the future, this could be interesting. And also 23% said, I don't need AI at all. I prefer handcrafted design. This is interesting. This is really interesting because on my German channel, so here we have 23%, and on my German channel we only have 17%. So I expected it the other way around because so most people that are watching from my English channel are from United States, and I thought that people from the States are more prone to like new technology like AI, and the Germans are not. but this result is like the different, or it could be like, I don't know, but just I wonder about that. Interesting. So, and the new survey is really interesting because it reflects what just happens. Like the Steam Frame will come out, and with the Steam Frame you will be able not to only play VR games but also play flat games on a huge screen. So my question to you, and please participate, everyone, is do you play traditional flat games on a huge virtual screen? Do you do that? Like, for example, via cloud streaming, we have the Xbox or GeForce Now or so, or even local when you just connect to a virtual desktop or so and then play on a flat screen from your PC. Do you do that? So the answers are yes, it almost replaces my TV. So if you would say, I nearly don't need my TV anymore because I use my VR headset for like everything. Or do you say, I tried it, but it didn't really work. There was like quality problems or latency or so. Or do you say, no, I play flat games, but not on a VR headset. I play it on a real monitor or TV. Or do you say, I strictly play VR games, so no flat games at all? Yeah, so please, in the description is the link and in the pinned comment. So make sure everybody participates. And let's check out the new releases. As always, 10% with my coupon code VoodooDE on the whole Quest store. For example, on The Boys. The Boys, yeah, I showed that on my channel. I'm not so happy with it, to be honest. Like, that is so sterile. The graphics are not so good, as I said. And like, you've seen it for Batman Arkham Shadow or Deadpool VR, that it can be much better. Like, The Boys is not so good. I mean, I love the characters and the talking of the characters and so on, but still, yeah, no. Also, the reviews are not so great, so perhaps give it a try if you're a big fan. Then Skytail is a game where you are like a little bit in parkours or in the air, and a little bit of adventure and action on like dragons or so, flying creatures. And then we have Tyrant's Takedown. Bam, bam, bam. If you want to hit people, go there. And then on Steam, we have Reanimated, like a meditative artwork game. And this is nice. This is from Germany, like Ludwig II. Perhaps you know this castle here. It's a very famous castle in Germany, Neuschwanstein. If you are in Germany, go there. It's really nice to visit. And this is a virtual tour. And you can even see like scenes that Ludwig II had in his mind but never realized. Really nice. And then we have BMX, what I told you from the VR Games Showcase, BMX simulation. And then we have Racket Pinball. Yeah, of course, this is a pinball simulator and so on. And he is also Tyrant's Takedown. And on the Apple Vision Pro, we have something cool. It's called Aura Tab from Artur Zikov. This is the CEO of Somnium Space. And he also made the Somnium VR1. And he brought this to life. Like this is an online meeting platform where you can meet people that you already know, but you can also meet random people with your virtual avatar. That's very interesting. So this will be on Apple Vision Pro Aura tab. And there's nothing new on the PlayStation VR2 this week. Okay guys, let's check out the sales. So all the big sales are over on Meta Store and Steam, but still we have here Underdogs. This is the Arena Mech Brawler, 1999. Then Real Craft, this is a Minecraft clone, 10.99. On Steam, we nearly have nothing anymore because the sale is over, but we have Crisis Brigade 2 Reloaded, arcade shooter, 50% off, and on the PlayStation VR 2, we have Windlands 2, 80% off. This is a parkour game. Jurassic World Aftermath, a dinosaur adventure, 70%. Alien Rogue Incursion is 75%. After the Fall is 76%. A multiplayer zombie shooter. Across the Valley is a nice, chilled farming simulation, 80% off. And Vampire the Masquerade is sneaky vampire adventure, 80% off. So guys, make sure to participate in the weekly survey. That's very important. And also guys, if you want to see real-time news in VR, then go to my homepage VoodooDE-VR.com. This is not only a German page. You can there's a button you can translate it to English, and so you have all the news on my homepage VoodooDE-VR.com. Thank you for watching and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya.
VoodooDE